is the API trainer from a Plats. Today, I am going to cover the topic of one of the configuration part in SAP API demand planning, that is master forecast profile. This part I am going to cover this master forecast profile, univariate profile, multilinear composite profile. I am going to cover in this session. Till now from the configuration part of API DP, I covered MPOS and planning gear created, storage and planning bucket created, define and design planning book, and model and version management. Uh, Let me take an overview glance about what we covered in the last sessions among from the configuration part. Okay. Uh, First, we started with the model version of model version. Here SAP recommended standard model as 000 and standard version as a 000. Model represents the master data in the planning, and and version represents the transactional data in the API band planning. The T code for the model and version is ///API MVM. We have standard model as 000, standard version as 0. Apart from the 000, remaining all versions for the simulation or testing purpose. And next, creation of a storage bucket profile and time bucket profile. The purpose of creating of this time bucket storage bucket profile is how we want to save the data in the planning. Okay, the main motive of creation of this the main motive of creation of storage bucket profile is how we want to save the data for the planning. Generally, we are going to save the data as monthly and weekly. The T code to create the storage bucket profile is /TR32. This is our created storage bucket profile. Shall be set as a week and month. We want to save the data plan data in week and monthly buckets. Okay. Next, time bucket profile. The time bucket profile is nothing but how business want to view the data. The T code to create the time bucket profile is tier 30 //SAP tier 30. We already created three time bucket profiles. Like monthly buckets, weekly buckets, and month and a combination of week and month buckets. The main purpose of using this is a business. They would like to view the data in different manners. Due to that reason, we are going to create this time bucket profiles. Next, our code. Okay. The next thing is MPOS. MPOS. Yeah. The T code creation of the MPOS is //CPAPO/MSDP underscore admin. MPOS is nothing but is a structure where you're going to is a structure where master data has to be maintained. MPOS is a structure where the master data has to be maintained. Uh, the fields available in the MPOS are called characteristics. The values for the characteristics are called characteristics value combination or master data. The master data for the API demand planning is a CVCs. Without CVCs, we can't generate the forecast values. Due to this reason, the master data for the API demand planning is a are CVCs. Okay. The decode to create the MPOS is //SAP API/MSDP underscore admin. There we can select the MPOS. This is our own created MPOS. which we created as a fields of MPOS structure: brand, customer, location, product group, and sales organizations. We can use many number of characteristics, but it's better to use, yeah, sorry, which are characteristics we use for the planning. These are the standard characteristics. In the most of the projects, these characteristics will be there. And finally, once we assign the characteristics, we need to assign the product and location. Why? Because whatever characteristics we have, finally the focus generation must happen under product and location combination only. Okay. The next is planning area. Planning area is structured from transactional data and a planning high level in APO. Whatever data in the planning, whatever data available in the APO demand planning are going to stored in the live catch application. Live catch application is a costly database. It's a costly database. The planning area. We can assign our created MPOS storage bucket profiles. They have to be assigned under the planning area. Okay, this is our creator. This is our creator planning area. The fields in the whatever the fields or objects in the planning area are called key figures. And the values, what are the values are available for the key figures are nothing but a transactional data. In API demand planning, to perform the planning, the data is in the combination of the master data and transactional data. Okay, this is our planning area. And the creation of the planning books. Here, why we are going to create planning books? So why you are going to create the planning books means of the entire demand planning scheme. Due to that reason, we are going to create the planning books and data views. It represents planning book. It represents the pictorial view of the integrated demand planning scheme. And the data views under the one planning book, we can create many number of data views. It is better. It is a better option. It is a better create different planning books for different fields. For example, for forecast purpose, I'm creating one separate planning book, and for let me show in the picture. Yeah, for the forecast, I'm creating separate planning book. For promotions, I'm creating separate planning book. For consensus meeting, I'm creating separate planning book. So why planning books? Why? Because if I load all key, if I put all key figures under one single planning book, the data load the data load happens slowly, and there is there might be the issue of the authorization. Why? Because real planning team planning team need not to know about the historical data. They have sorry promotional team need not bother about the historical data. They have to be consider the forecast values. For the forecast values, they would like to add the promotions or not. There is they have the dependency on the only forecast values only. They don't have the consideration of about historical data. That means it's no use for them. That means we should remove the key figure for the plan for the promotional planning book. By this way, we can reduce the key figures and data and system performance will get increased. Due to that reason, we are going to create a different planning books for different departments. Okay, under one planning book, we can create many number of data views. The T code to access the T code to create a planning book is SDP8B. This is our yesterday. This is what we created in the yesterday. And while creating planning book, at the time itself, only we are going to create the database also, and we are going to assign the whatever key figures as characteristics which we created under the MPOS planning area. And we have one functionality as key figure attribution. Yeah, key figure attribution, we have one functionality. In this key figure attribute, we can create the auxiliary key figures, and we can change the description of the key figure. This is the two benefits with the help of key figure attributes. Why we are going to auxiliary key figures? So sometimes, for example, sorry, session/SAP/STP94. Let me load not some other things. Yeah, it's right. See, uh, why we are going to create the hostile key figures? To view the this auxiliary key figures are used for the picture to reduce the manual efforts. For example, here I would like to see the past 2 years history in a single click itself only. Past 2 years history in single click itself only. Due to that requirement, I created two auxiliary key figures. Which one key figure is stores the last 1 year history, and the second key figure which stores the last uh, past to second year history. In a single click itself only, the all history was is going to show here. To get this to copy all these history figures to the previous to these auxiliary key figures, so we have to create one macro. At the time of macro, I will tell about the what the use of macros, all those things. With the single click, whatever the histories are available in the past periods is going to be shown in the single click itself only. This is the benefit of creating a auxiliary key figures, and this auxiliary key figures will not going to save in the database. It's just like as it's just like as a mirror image of the but historical key figure. Okay, it will not do any planning. It will not store in the database. It's just like a temporary resource. Okay, this is the benefits of the auxiliary key figures. And this is about the planning book. Planning book and data view. Uh, after all creation of sorry, okay. After all completion of this configuration, finally, businesses, developers, all are going to view the results in the single screen. That screen is nothing but an interactive demand planning screen. The screen is nothing but interactive demand planning screen. Okay? The decode to go to the interactive demand planning screen is //SAP/APO/STP94. This is the decode where we can where we can see the interactive demand planning screen. Here, interactive demand planning is nothing but the pictorial representation of the. It's not a picture representation. It's a screen where each and every aspect of the demand planning going to show in a single picture. Okay, 90% most all users and all developers view the data, view the data and make the changes in the data with the help of the screen, with the help of the entire demand planning screen. Okay, and you can in a simple term we can represent it as a pictorial view of the pictorial view of the planning. To get this pictorial representation, we need to create the planning books and data views. With the help of this planning book and data views, this pictorial view will be get enabled. Okay. Uh, Let me tell how we are going to demand planning, how we are going to access our characteristics key figures. Let me show you a small example. Okay. I created my own planning book. The name as ZAPO underscore UPL month. Okay. Suppose let us assume I am the client. I want to view the data. I want to view the data. I want to view the data. I want to view the data under this planning book, and I created my own characteristics. Let me how let me show you how we can load the data into this screen. First of all, I would like to go with the whatever brands I created. Okay, I created some brands B1, B2, B3 like that. I would like to make some values. I would like to maintain some values for that brands. Okay, first of all, just click on this shuffler. In the show option, just select. These are the characteristics which I created under which I created. Okay, this will get enabled. This will get enabled once we selected the planning book. Here I selected the planning book as ZAP UPL month, this which I created yesterday. Under this planning book, I assign these key figures. These characteristics I assigned: API location, product, brand, this customer group, production type, and these are the all characteristics I will I get assigned at the time of planning book creation. Due to that reason, it get enabled here. Okay. Now I would like to load the data. I would like to load the data. I would like to give the values give the values under brand. You select the brand. Uh, yeah, B1, B2 brands are there. Under brands, two brands I created, B1 and B2. Just I would like to go for all brands, not even for the single brand. I would like to go for all brands. Just I put the brand here and I click in the adapter. It displays whatever brands are available under my planning book. They are got displayed here. I would like to give values for one by one. For brand one, I would like to give the history values. History values. These are the all of. I would like to give the history values for the brand one. The history values has to be given in the past periods. Okay, let me scroll in the past. Okay, here I am giving it as a. We can given history values manually as like this: thousand, 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 or another way to give the values. If you have an option is the distributor, just click on this distribute function. Okay, in this window I get the options like start date, end date. I would like to give the values for the history only, for history key figure only. That's why here I get put the values as 1000. In the operation, we have different operations. Is equal to, which means that the value is written in each cell, which means that here whatever start date, end date I given, in in between all these dates, in between all these months, this value 1000 value is equally distributed if I given equal to. If I set as a place, the value is added to the existing value in each cell, which means that 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, like that is going to increase. Like that, we have different fields. Double equal to the value distributed evenly over all cells, like that. Okay. Here I'm going to select equal to. Okay. And I would like to give the values for the history key figure, which is get started from month 2018 and up to I would like to give the values month 10 2020. Okay. See, this is the history values get populated for all fields as 1000 up to 10th October 2020. Okay, here we get the history values. Like that, we can load the here, which it means that for the brand one, the history values are 1000 for the brand one. Like in a similar way, I would like to give the values for the brand two. It will ask for data. Yes, I would like to save the data. Yes, for the I would like to give the data for brand two. Okay. In a similar way, I'm going to distribute per month. I'm going to give the history values only here, up to 10. Here value. Here value I would like to give as 1000. Here instead of I would like to increase the history values for every month. I would like to increase the history. I would like to increase the values every month. For that reason, I'm setting as plus. Okay, accept. I'm sorry, I didn't get the value. Sorry, it's there. Values are there. Distribute. 2020. Okay, now I get the history value like this. Uh, okay, here I would like to distribute equally for all fields. Now I'm going to save this data. Save. The data gets saved. Okay. I'm sorry. Here I'm taking the wrong as a wrong field. I need up to 2020 only. 1000. Yes. If you can select this thing. Oh, first of all, let me make it 0. Then I will assign it later. 0. Then all the values are blank. Okay. Now I'm going to save here. Now I'd like to distribute the values from month 2002 up to October 2020. The key figure is 1000. Okay, fine. Okay, now the brand two values is brand two values are given as 1000 and the brand one values are given as 1000. Save it. Like similar way, we can give the values with respect to location level. API product level, just like in the same way. Select the product, select the API product, and give the product name. That means for this product, we can give the values. Okay. Uh, Here I would like to see the all brand values instead of single values. I would like to see for two brands at a time. Simply load the brand, select all. This is the select all button. Just load the data. 2000. 2000 why? Because for brand one is 1000, for brand two is 1000. For the addition up to this, you get the values of 2000. Here we want to know. Here we want to know for which brand what is the value. Here we directly give us 1000, right? But in the real time, the values are not like that. It will be the values will get different values are there. Here we want to know for which brand the values the overall brand values is whatever brand values the total brand value here is 2000. But I would like to know for which brand how much the quantity among this 2000. For which brand how much the quantity of brand one, how much the quantity of brand two. For that, we had to do some small change. Here we had to click here header information tab is there. Click on that. Click planning version. Here I would like to see the data in the brand level. Just I select the brand, execute. This is it shows the total. That means I selected all brands. That's why it shows total. If I select brand only one, it displays only brand one. Here if you see it displays only brand one values. If I select here brand two, it displays only brand two value. Okay. Now I selected the all brands. Now I'd like to know for which brand how much the quantity. Just if you click on the if you click on this button, there's a detailer option is there. Just click on that. Just see here. This is the brand one values for history values. This is brand two history values. Like that, we can see the data. We can see the multiple. We can see the data for multiple brands at a time in a single screen only. And we in the similar way, you can check the forecast values. These key figure values, the benefits I will cover in the later session. Once I started the topic of the statistical forecast technique, then I will show the what is the use of this forecast key figure, remembering all these key figure values. Let first of all let me see how we maintain the data in the inter-domain planning screen. Okay, this is the way how we load the data, how we load our own data, and how to give the values, how to check the values, and how to disaggregate the values, how to disaggregate the values. Okay, here I'm going to save my brand level data under one selection, which means why I'm going to select this brand level data. Let me save it and then I will check. I will okay. The let's brand. See why I'm going to select why I have saved this brand level data means okay, now I selected it now I loaded it directly. After some days, I want to view the data for brand level. At the time also, if I don't save it at the time also, I would like the same. I would like to go to same procedure to select this brand, and here I have to select the brand. Click it and select. I have to select all brands and load it data. To avoid this confusion, I saved this in a selection ID. Selection ID. I save all this brand under one selection ID. And how to access the selection ID? Just which I select whatever I selected the selection whatever I save the selection ID. So this will get stored in the selection profiles. Okay, just double click on the selection profile. See, this is my save selection ID. Just drag and drop this here. Save, click. Here I get my data. If I right click on this, data will get it. You get the data like this. Okay, this is the use of creating selection and saving selection IDs. See now I get the product. No, I would like to go with the all brands only. Just select on this. This is whatever I saved selection ID. This is the use of selection ID. This is the use of the selection IDs. Okay. In the projects in the projects we create multiple selection IDs. Under the selection IDs only we are going to view the data. We're not going to load it manually. Like what is the product location? Like we're not going to select the data like that. Why? Because in the projects we have more data. We have more data. Due to that reason, we create the selection IDs. We directly click on the selection IDs and view the data there by with the on the basis of selection IDs. This is the use of the selection ID. Now I covered what is the selection objects. Selection objects are nothing but whatever characteristics we want to access. This is nothing but selection objects. Selection profiles. Selection profiles is nothing but where we in this area we can say our selection IDs, our saved selection IDs. Okay. Display language and data be anyhow we already covered in the language data here. And this macros. Macro. This will I will cover in the in the next session, next coming sessions. I will cover this macros. This is a 1 hour topic. Okay. At the time of planning book creation, we selected. Let me show that here. Session. FCST 8P. See, under this planning book, I selected promotion, univariate, multilinear, alien, and composite forecast. Why I selected these fields means at the time of generation of statistical forecast, at the time of once I started the topic of the statistical generation forecast, at the time you get to know that what is the use of these terms, this univariate forecast pattern, multilinear regression pattern, and composite forecast pattern. Why? What are the use of these fields? Once we load the data in the planning in the inter-demand planning skills, I would like to generate the forecast. Let me show you a sample here. You get to know that. Here I would like to run the univariate forecast. If I run the univariate forecast, no profile exists. By because I didn't get any profile. Once I created the profile, then it will then the values get reflected in the forecast key figure field. If I didn't create the selection forecast profile, due to that reason, we get one pop-up message. We get the pop-up message like no forecast profile exists for this planning area. Okay, once I created the planning profile, statistical profile, then we get the values and you get to know about this use of this forecast field. Okay, these are the buttons get enable. These are the buttons where we get enable the time of planning creation. Okay, and this is the refresh button. And this is the maintain user settings. The user settings. This means that if you want to hide some key figures, if you would like to do, if you want to hide some key figures, we can do it here by simply selecting this. So by simply enable this option. If you don't want to see this field, that means if you don't want to see the fields or some other users don't want to view these fields, we can we can we can simply selecting these fields. Okay. Next is unit conversation. Here in the unit of this unit conversation, we can change with the on the demand of the users itself only, but it will not use that much thing. Navigational part built on this I will cover at the time of aggregation disaggregation. Pivot settings, others. Okay, this is about the main. This is about maintaining the settings. Then next. This already about the distributor. If you want to, instead of entering manually, we can select this button. Let me go for the graphics. In the previous sessions, time of introduction session, I already discussed that the use of the main feature is that we can view the data in pictorial representations also by using this graphics. See, we get this value like in the pictorial representation. Here I would like to see in the bar graph pretty short table with graphics. See the combination of table and graphics. Graphics. Chart. Like this, we can view this data in the different manners. Okay. Okay. Fine. See the next is save locally. These buttons, these fields will use it. If you want to save this, if you want to save this data in the Excel, if you want to save this data in our PCs under Excel folder, if you directly click on this save locally, just give the you directly go into the access in the CSV format. You can save it in our system. Okay. Upload. We can upload the data. We can upload the data with the help of Excel also. Okay. How you upload data in Excel also? First of all, we had to save this locally. After you save this, in your machine, in your personal machine, so we have to give the values. Let me save RTR. Save. Hello. In my personal PC gets saved. Yeah, I'm using the remote connection. That's why some, yeah, it will get shown in this my thing. No? See, the always gets saved here. Okay. Now I'd like to change some values. Like here, I make some changes. Is it 3,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and save that one. Yes. Save. Desktop itself, and I would like to save tier 1. Okay. I would like to the upload file name. Tier 1. Allow. File cannot be uploaded. You get the error message. Uploaded. We can check the error message. File has no technical information. Save it file again locally and make sure technical information. Yeah, you get some you get some error. We get the information like this. Why? Because I'm the remote connection. That's why I get some inconsistency. That's why it's not allowed to me save the values. Normally we can upload the values like this way. You can change the values in the planning directly with the help of using Excel. Okay, like this. The next button is these refresh alerts. Sending mail. Send it will send the mail. It will get it will send in the mail. You can if you by this button. Display a refresh alerts means at the time of alerts, at the time of alert copies, I will. The next is alert monitor at the time of alert itself. At the time of alert, I will cover this topic. Display note. Okay. We would like to add some notes to our particular fields. Okay. On this field, this is the assumption value I provided. I would like to remember. Okay, on the month, on second month 2019. I would like to add some more values to remember this one. That means if there is any, I have like sorry, I'm sorry. We can add your own note, just like reminder, just like in notes we can add with the help of this button, display note or the graphic. Just give it as a hi. Save. We get the if any field get labeled, we can get the symbol like this. Cell has a note. If you click on that, just if you just select it, display note high is there. Okay, like that we can add the notes. This one I will cover at the time of aggregation disaggregation. Okay, and this is the key figure selection. Here I would like to see some key figures only. Not I would like to, I would like to see only history key figures only. With this button, you can see the specific key figure, multiple key figure. Here is here all get selected. That's why all get visible here. I don't want to see all key figures. I would like to see only history key figures. Just select the history key figure. Like this, we can see all key figures. Macro build at the time of macro, I'm going to discuss. And this is the toolbar options, which tools we want to view, suit or for additional functions. Okay, this is an additional thing only. connect separate points in a trend line. This activity accurate smoothing. This will be these all are the extra. These all are the I will cover the time of macros alerts at the time of I will cover all these fields. Okay, these many fields we have. These many flexibilities we have in this entire demand time. Okay, this is about the entire demand time. Mm, okay. Okay. This is about the entire demand planning scheme. In the glance, in the overview, I'm going to conclude this entire demand planning concept. Entire demand planning is nothing but the pictorial representation. It's nothing but a pictorial representation of the planning data. Whatever data get planned and whatever data we have to view and whatever data we have to be change, these are all things have to be done under one screen. Is nothing but the entire demand planning screen. In this integrated demand planning screen, we can create the selection views by using this selection object field, and we have to select the selection views. If you assign that selection views in a particular selection profile, we can access the selection view at what time you want. If you want to select, if you want to view the particular data after 2 months, with the help of selection profiles, we can view the data and macros at the time. Whatever macros were created in the system, and we assign this macro and default macro that all get show in this area. At the time of macro, I'm going to discuss about this field, and and share the details about this buttons which we are using in the entire demand planning. I already shared that, and specify the users of this buttons. This is about the entire demand planning system. Here I'm going to save all this data. Then now I'm going to start the topic about statistic master forecast profile. Here I am going to start a topic about a master forecast profile. Under this master forecast profile, we have univariate forecast, multilinear forecast, and composite forecast. Let me give a brief explanation about this concept. Then after this I'm going to the configuration part. Okay, not bad. Okay, master forecast profile. Okay, in this process, we create the forecast profile, on which automation calculation of the forecast is based. Means that by the help of master forecast profile, we can create the master. We created the, we are going to create the master forecast profiles. By this master forecast profiles, forecast values get generated with the help of already inbuilt algorithms are available in the system. The help of inbuilt algorithms, forecast values get generated by creating this master forecast profiles. Okay, um, to generate forecast in the technical, you can say as statistical forecast. Statistical forecast in APO. can be done by three methods. Okay, to generate the forecast statistical in APDP, it can be done by the help of three methods. Those are univariate, univariate, number two, causal analysis, or multilinear regression, multiple linear regression. In simply, we can call it as MLR. Third one is a composite method. Okay, by these three methods in APODP, we can generate the statistical forecast. 99% in the all projects, univariate method is only we going to use. This causal and composite method we are not going to use. 99% in the projects we are going to use for univariant. Only 1% is going to use causal or composite method. Here I am going to cover about the univariant forecast technique. Okay. In the univariant method, SAP given all kinds of SAP provided, so not given. SAP provided all kinds of predefined formulas. Okay, in the union SAP provider most of all it provides most of the all kinds of predefined formulas, nothing but inbuilt algorithms to generate the statistical forecast. Which means that let me show it. For example, this is the history values. These are the history values, the pictorial way, and the forecast for this history values are also like this. Under univariant method, we call it as a constant method. Constant method, which means that if the history values are in a steady manner, the forecast values are in a steady manner. In generally, we can know that this is the values we'll get with this history, but by the system level, system already built a constant algorithm. The name is constant algorithm to get this constant value with the constant history. Like that, in a similar way, we have if the history is like this, it is increasing. If the history is increasing, the forecast also get increasing like this. Okay, you get the forecast also like this. To get this value in the APODP, SAP provided standard method or linear regression method. Linear regression method. Like that, with the dependency of another example, uh, if history is like okay, I'll say that okay, okay, quick pencil. Okay, the history is like this: sudden rise, sudden, high and rise, high and rise. The forecast is also like this only. To get this for forecast values, SAP has inbuilt method like trend method, trend method. Like that, we have different methods with respect to history values. That is why that is the reason we are going to use the APIDP for the planning purpose. Apart from these things, apart from these methods, we have some forecast errors fields. By this forecast error fields, we can do the auto tuning. I will discuss in I will discuss it later. This is about this in variant method. Let's say about all kinds of different formulas. Okay, let me provide some formulas to you. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Fine. See, in the under unified forecast method, we have constant method, trend method, seasonal, trend seasonal, others method, etc. We have many models. Let me see the constant method of functionalities: exponential smoothing first order, exponential smoothing order with alpha adaptation, moving average, moving weighted methods, and cross channel. Under this constant method, we have some sub methods depending on the constant, depending on the historical values, depending on the history. So we can use it under okay if it's a constant method and this is constant for some period and some period there is no values. The some period for some other period there is no values. And for example, for example, I have history like this. For 1 month I have history. For second month I don't have history. For third month I have history. For fourth month I don't have history. For fifth month I have history. And we get the forecast values also like this. This forecast value will be get with the help of this moving average method under constant. Like that we have sub methods. Like that we have so many forecast methods. By using this method, so we get the statistical forecast values, which provide the accurate results. Accurate results, 90% accurate results. Okay. Apart from that, apart from that, apart from this method, we have act forecast errors. These forecast errors, okay. With this forecast errors methods, for example, for example, uh, business by mistakenly he selected trend method for seasonal forecast values. Okay, actually the history is seasonal, but user selected by mistakenly the trend model, which is not suited to the historical values. With the help of these forecast error, user get to know, okay, he selected the wrong method. Then he made the changes. He selected the other method. This is the use of this forecast errors. With this forecast error methods, we can get to know that okay, this method is not suitable for this history values. It's time to change the forecast. It is time to change the forecast method. Okay, this is the use of this forecast error method. So this much flexibility we have in the APDP, and this is about the statistical forecast in APODP. Let me go for configuration part. The configuration, okay. To generate the statistical forecast, to perform the statistical forecast, we need to maintain the forecast profiles. Okay, to perform this statistical forecast, we need to maintain the forecast profiles. With the help of this forecast profiles only, we are going to generate the forecast values. System is going to generate the forecast values. Otherwise, without maintaining the forecast profile, it's not possible to generate forecast values. Due to that reason, we are going to maintain the forecast profiles. The path to maintain the statistical forecast profiles, to maintain the forecast profile, is APO, demand planning, uh, environment, C96. This is the T code, and this is the path where we are going to maintain the forecast profiles. The T code is T code is //SAP APO /MC96P. Okay, just directly double clicking on this file. Okay, under this master profile field, planning area. Planning area. Here we had to give our planning area. Select from this one. We have created planning area is ZAPO UPL. Okay, why? Because we are all going to work under this planning area only. That's why I'm going to this planning area. Give a new name. Give a name of the master forecast profile. ZAPO underscore UPL underscore stat underscore const underscore C, constant method. Give the description. Constant method. Okay, the description. Here, for what key figure we want to see the forecast values. It's very depends for what key figure we want to see the forecast values. Just select from auto filter. Here, I would like to see the forecast values for this forecast key figure. I'm going to select this forecast. This life cycle planning, life cycle planning topic, which is going to start after two sessions. Okay. Here the forecast horizon, history horizon. Here while creating a planning area, I provide the 24 months past history and 24 months future forecast. That's why simply I'm giving it as 24. Okay, and instead of that, we can give the from and to date also. Okay, we can do anything. Here the offset means, which means that you don't want the forecast for the 2 months. If you want to, if you don't want to need to see the forecast for 2 months, just give the offset as 2 months. For the 2 months, we can't see the forecast values. Okay. This means under this master forecast profiles, which models we are going to select? Univariate, multilinear, composite. Univariate, multilinear regression profile, a composite. I would like to go for univariate profile. Okay. After creation of the univariate profile, here I'm going to after creating this univariate profile, then I will go to select this option and I provide the univariate forecast profile here. Okay. First of all, let me create the univariate profile here. Give the profile name ZAPO underscore UPL underscore stat. You can give any name, but I'm for convenience purpose, I'm giving the name with respect to the method. With respect to the method. C. Okay. Let's get blocked. Sorry. constant key figure, historical data. Here I'm going to create the univariate profile. First of all, I create the master forecast profile. Under master forecast profiles, we have three methods to generate statistical forecast. One is univariate, another one is multilinear regression, and third is a composite forecast. Among all these three methods, I'm going to select the univariate profile. Now, under this univariate forecast profiles, I'm going to select the which method, and which means that which methods I would like to by using which method I would like to generate the forecast values. For example, my history values is the constant value. Here select here put the read historical data. You put the history data, historical key figure, history. The version is standard version 000. Anyhow, that in the model parameters, I'm going to select the forecast strategy as a constant method. Is the forecast strategy is nothing but the which method we are going to use it to generate the forecast for the history values. If, like, for example, the history values is a constant method, here I am going to select the forecast strategy as a constant model. See, constant model. If the history values is are exponential in the continuously increasing, I'm going to select it as seasonal linear regression. Okay, now my history values is the constant method. Then I'm going to select the constant model. Okay, just click on the show proposal. Okay. Okay. These alpha, beta, gamma, sigma values all are for fine tuning purpose, which means that uh, my history is a constant. Okay, I selected the constant model, but whichever model I selected is not suitable for for my forecast values. I get to know with the help of these errors by selecting by seeing all these errors. Once I generate the forecast, once I created this profile, after saving this profile, I execute the method in under in an integrated demand planning scheme. I get the forecast errors. Forecast errors, I get the forecast mad, MSC, RMSC, MAP, MP. These are all I get the error values. If the error values are high, which means that this method is not suitable. This method is not suitable. Then I would like to select another method. If I select the multiple methods, also I am getting my errors will not get reduced. Then I am going to change these values. By I'm going with these values, the error forecast values will get changed. Until I satisfied error value, I'm going to change the values here in this field. This is the use of these fields. This is nothing but a fine tuning. Okay. Save single profile. Single profile saved. Okay. Let me create all profiles. Then I will tell about this thing. I created one univariant profile as a constant. Now I would like to create a trend model. Trend model by simply trend. Histories are the same. The forecast strategy I am selecting as a trend model as this forecast with trend model. Okay. I'm just going to save this profile. Okay. The similar way, I'm going to select trend and seasonal. Seasonal. Forecast with seasonal trend models. Selecting it.
Sometimes I don't know which method I to use. For that history, some history values are like zigzag manner. But history is increasing. It is like stock market. You know that stock market is we don't know how at what time it get increased, at what time it get decreased. Right? Another situation, SAP recommended one standard one another model as a auto model, auto. Okay, here the here I'm going to select the auto method model selection procedure. This is the model where automatically for SAP recommended auto model if the history values is in a inappropriate manner, like zigzag manner. Okay, this may okay. I created. If you see here, these main profiles I created. Anywhere for this main anywhere profile I created. Now now it's time to assign the which model I have to use for my master focus profile. Okay, if my history is a, if my given history is a in a zigzag manner, then I am proceeding with the auto model. By simply setting this auto model in this, am I going to this profile? Oh, enter height. Sorry, I'm sorry. Here I forget to give the period indicator. Here period indicator is nothing but like monthly. Most of the in all cases we use the monthly itself only. In the rare we in the DP projects, we using it as a monthly indicator itself only. Okay, and I'm going to save my profile. Profile gets saved. Yeah. Now see the changes. Sessions slash SAP API slash SPP 90 STP 94. This is the T code where you can where you're going to access the this is the T code where we are going to access the entertainment function. Here, let me load my data. Brand data. This is the data which I have. Here, I am going to generate the forecast by simply clicking this. It's loading. See, this is the history. What I have 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000. This is the history values what I have. For this history values, the forecast value is generated as a 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000. Okay, now I'm going to save this value. Value gets saved. Now the forecast is 2000. If I give anything, if I give the constant model, see here the master profile is C. Under this master profile forecast profile, I selected the auto model. Auto model. And apart from auto model, I have the constant model, 10 model, 10 scissor model. If I give any model, the forecast value is the same. Why? Because here the values are the same. That's why it provides the same value itself only. Okay. Here we can. Here also we can change the model. If you don't satisfy with these values, just change another, give another model, and execute. Either we get the values here. Okay, model, auto model. Here the I selected as auto model. Origins, 24 months. For 24 months you're getting. If you want to restrict for some 12, if you want to restrict it for from and to date, we can give it here parameters. Parameters for fine tuning. That means you are not satisfied with the values. We can change the values here. Alpha values, alpha and values, alpha increment values. We can change the values here. After changing these values, just check the forecast errors. Forecast errors. Forecast errors will get displayed once we change the values here. Okay, this much flexibility we have, and we get the messages also. Auto layer correction performed, no auto exists. Required time for forecast 0.0. Model correction is 2. Test called season test not possible. 10 test called 10 test negative. Just get like that. We get the messages. Okay, these are things done. Everything is okay with this history values. We done this. We perform all these parameters. Like this, we get the details about the planning. This much features we have for the APODP. Due to that reason, we are using APODP tool as a for planning. See, the values get saved. This is how forecast values are get going to generate under AP by using this APODP tool. Okay, uh, like that, like that. Like that we are using like that apart from univariate forecast and apart from univariate forecast for statistical forecast we have another two methods, multilinear and causal, multilinear and composite, but those both are not used in most of the projects. That's why I'm not going to cover this about the among these two. Okay, this is about today class. Let me summarize, let me conclude by the today topics. The today class I covered about the entire demand planning scheme and master forecast profile creation. Uh, entire demand planning scheme is nothing but a picture representation of our data, uh, of our data, and in the and come to the master forecast profiles. By using master forecast profiles, we can create the forecast profiles. We can maintain the forecast profiles where the forecast going to generate. The forecast values are going to generate. Okay, the T code to maintain the forecast profile is MC96P. Uh, uh, and we have three types of statistical forecast methods. Those are univariate, causal, and composite. Among these three, we are using univariate. Under univariate, we have different types of different models to generate the forecast values, like constant, trend, or linear regression, exponential smoothing. Like that, we have many number of algorithms, inbuilt algorithms, which provide the statistical forecast value according to the history values. Okay. Uh, once we okay, this is about today class. In tomorrow sessions, I am going to cover about the remaining topics, which in the coming sessions I am going to now. Till now, I completed MPOS planning area, storage bucket, time bucket profile, master forecast profile. Under master forecast, I create only variant profile. I skip this multilinear and composite forecast profile because in a 99% we are using in a 99% projects we are using univariant profile. That's why I'm not going to cover this multilinear regression profile, composite profile. And I completed this design and design planning both and interactive planning. The remaining topics in configuration part is propagational factors, macros. These two are remaining, and pass to SNP. These three are pending. This will I'm going to cover in next session, sir. And I will also cover the features of the APODP. One of the features like life cycle planning, realignment, and copy. These are the features we have. I will cover in the next session. This is all about today class. We will meet in the next. We will meet in the next session. Thank you.